Bitcoin declining after reaching the highest level since mid-June on Saturday amid optimism that the market may have recovered from its worst levels. Now, to dive deeper into this, let's bring in Bloomberg's crypto reporter, Emily Nicole. Emily, great to have you on the program to make us smarter about Bitcoin. Now, what's been happening to Bitcoin over the last few weeks?
So it's definitely been a rocky few weeks for Bitcoin, but it's still its best month this year. We've seen a lot of activity going up and above 20,000 as kind of it's still its bottom, but it's moving around that point. Over the weekend, we saw Bitcoin rise up to more than 24,000. That was its peak, and has since come down a bit. It's down about 2% this morning. And what we think happened is there was a lot of trading over the weekend, but the market's very illiquid then. And so even though it tried to push higher, there just wasn't enough liquidity in the market to maintain that. And so coming into Monday, as more liquidity comes onto the market, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback this morning.
So is this rally unique compared to some of the others that we've seen recently?
So we definitely have some of the twin efforts coming into the market of, we've seen the Fed hike from last week. Some of the things that would normally push assets down, Bitcoin has really kind of rallied in those moments and hasn't really been as weak as some of the other parts of the traditional finance market, at least. And so that sense that Bitcoin is, a store of value, a hedge against inflation, that argument hasn't yet gained proper weight again, but it is starting to see some signs of strength as Bitcoin does kind of stay stable in a market where everything else is crashing.
So, Emily, what are you looking for? I don't know whether, I'm not sure whether there's fundamentals or technicals that we should be watching out for, but how will it play out in August? The trillion-dollar question. I know we'd all be rich if you got it right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was speaking to a crypto hedge fund manager just about 10 minutes ago, and he was saying to me that it's about 24,400 is the mark that we're next looking for Bitcoin, and 1,750 for Ether. Those are the next technical levels that it needs to break through, but it'll need to be happening in a market where there's a bit more liquidity, and over the weekend there just wasn't enough of that. So those are the points that I'll be watching for over the next few days.
Yeah, are there some of the big names? I know there's been quite a lot going on in the last 6 weeks or so, 6 or 7 weeks, like a lot of, the big names, like Novogratz that were full in, that then went out. Is that changing around a lot?
There's definitely some movement happening from whales in the market, but the problem is that in the areas where Bitcoin needs to push through, so say from 24,000 to 28,000, there's just really a dearth of activity there, at least according to the hedge fund manager that I just spoke to. And that's the major issue. That's why we need to kind of see some whales get back into the market in order to prop it up, because otherwise the crypto isn't just going to be able to make that reach back up and really kind of signal the end of the crypto winter as we know it.